maybe 3/4 closed.
Oh, do you want to look at the?
Yeah, it's a little over exposed. It's still a little bit bright. Up a little bit. Right, that's good. Right there. Just cracked. It's great. Okay. Yeah, that looks good.
I get adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
Ceremony. Nice.
Maybe 3/4.
Part of the ceremony, do you?
You want to have the campaign ready to uncork? You have this broken up exactly like I was kind of thinking too. I state your full name, have been appointed lieutenant colonel in the United States Air Force. So I'm swear upon that I'll support and defend domestic cause that will bear true faithfully to the same. Okay, well, I think something is freely without any minute. Okay, got it. Yeah. So that's the secondary camera view, primary camera view. You know what? At the table, yeah. It's my distinct honor to introduce myself. Again, that's fine. Thinking it is maybe for comments, such but yes. Oh, you're so nice. No. No, down. So, let's see here, I've got this. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know what his work schedule is today. When did you meet Romero? 2012. No, 13? What? We met in 13. Albuquerque, yeah. While you were an exec? Guys meet together? Mm-hmm. Where do you guys meet? Downtown. Yeah, okay. You remember Max Yates? Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. They were out hanging out for Jason's birthday. It was Jason's birthday. Max wasn't there. Okay. Just getting dressed. Is Colonel Brown going to dial in? I was told yes, but I can actually send him a quick text. It's fine. We can maybe even see if he's on Zoom. Yeah.
Okay, Greg, the email has been sent and I'll paste it into the chat now.
Thank you. So the only thing I guess I would recommend is that during comments, you just step away, I'll demask, you do your comments, I'll step away. Yep. It's just a little more personal then. We're not like. And I debated whether or not to actually be up on the secondary camera for that or just at the table. I think it's easiest just to be at the table. The table looks really good. Yeah. The only reason we need that secondary camera is for the standing portion. Yeah. Yeah. In a standing portion. Okay. Virtually, yeah.
Okay, final question. How formal do you want this to be?
Informal.
I'll go off script a little bit.
I mean, coming to you live from Gregory and Moran. I like the little bar. The house looks great. Is this Trevor? I think. Yeah. But the basic Home Depot like mask market version. Perfect. Very nice. That's my kid, Josh, right?
Probably some of it.
It looks cozy.
It is, yeah. There's plenty of time.
This is fun. You actually got like your games, books, and other entertainment.
Yeah.
And, like cushions to sit on the floor if you want. Just nice little spot. It is.
How you wait?
You got a little area back here too? Yep. So that's the patio and the parking spot.
So at that, it was like,
Just wanted an extension cord out there for the car? We put in a 220 volt outlet. Oh, nice. Yeah, I had just an extension cord from the house. Yeah. But it takes like 30 hours to charge. Yeah. Just on the regular house power. So,
You got the office.
I know. I wouldn't expect JDAP to do that, so. Not forward looking.
yeah, actually, we have a
How long was
Dad, is my screen spotlighted?
I just emailed you the YouTube link.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Hey, is that you, Maria?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
This is Marty from Detroit.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's hard to keep up with the weeds, but I'm doing my best.
The waves?
The weeds in the garden.
Oh, I'm just letting them grow.
Well, I went out there with a little bit of Roundup with
Oh, don't do that. You get cancer.
I know, but it's around stuff, ornamentals and stuff like that. And it's far away. So that stuff goes away in 2 weeks.
I'm just waiting till the fall, and then I'll get out the flamethrower.
Well, you really can't, because these things start to make the flowers, and
I
then
know. I'm being facetious.
How did you know it was me?
Well, I saw your picture.
Oh, is my picture up there?
Yeah, your picture's there.
Okay, I gotta look on the gallery. I just see the promotion ceremony.
And Bob.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I
Barb
gotcha.
Twins is there too.
Yeah.
We are.
How we
We're
doing?
always there. Do or die. Hey, Air Force, we are for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to get our little walk to see everybody.
Well, I think that's it right now.
It may
Yeah.
switch when we get
And
into the thing, but I think this is only a chat session.
Again.
Okay.
Hey, Barb,
Yeah.
this is Marty from Detroit. How you doing?
Good, Marty. Long time no see.
I know. It was probably at your folks' place when we had a birthday or something like that, when they were in Cincinnati.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Long time ago.
Yeah, a beautiful place that they found there. I'm so glad they had the opportunity to be in a great place for the remainder.
Yes. Yes.
Get some of the pictures.
Mhm.
So swing your legs around, Don. Yeah. Can you remember the last time we saw Marty?
No, actually. I
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, okay.
You must
so-
have been in
I don't know.
Cincinnati.
Okay, scoot over this way.
Oh, it was definitely Cincinnati at the retirement home that they were at. And they had all of the nutcrackers displayed.
Yep. Would have done that every year. Around
Yeah,
Christmas
they love
time.
those nutcrackers.
So how are you doing,
Marty.
Marty?
Oh, I'm doing well, hanging out here in Detroit and trying to keep cool. It's been a while since the temperature drops at night to 66, but when it does, I open those windows and put on a fan and it cools me down. And for the last 3 days, the air conditioning hasn't turned on because it really cools off overnight.
Free
Well,
tour.
What's it like in, you're in Cincinnati, right?
No, we're up in Puget Sound,
Yeah,
Washington State.
Yeah, we're in Tacoma, Washington now.
that's what it's all about. That's
Oh,
what you do.
you must have a lot of rain, or is that just Seattle?
Well, that's one of the things we checked out before we moved up here. We found out that it was gloomier in Cincinnati than it was in Seattle.
More cloudy days.
More cloudy days.
Well, you know what? I took care of a Delphi ball bearing plant in Sandusky, Ohio, and it was built many, many years ago. And the reason why they chose Sandusky is because before there was radar, if someone wanted to bomb you, they would have to be able to see you. And they chose Sandusky as being the place that was the most overcast. And because the ball bearings went into tanks and things like that.
I plugged in so that but here, let's move it some. Yeah.
I guess we better have
What?
masks. I just saw somebody with a mask.
Okay, are we there in person?
No,
Are we gonna get the germs over the video?
no.
Okay. then. I'm sure that the people who are actually there are wearing masks.
Would have nose.
Hey, Kelly, what you doing?
Can you hear people?
Yep.
Can you hear me? This is Francine.
Yes, we can hear everybody.
All I see is the promotion ceremony. I guess that's the beginning, right?
Click on gallery.
Yeah, I just got out of a company meeting. I don't know if it's charged. Oh,
I see a little picture of the two flags down below.
Well, keep
Well,
going.
Well, I can't go.
Everybody use it
have
now.
a seat here or there? Where were you? Where were you coffee?
This is the chat window. You can text them separately if you want.
Going to my own computer,
You're going to see the same thing because I've spotlighted his screen.
but I can chat. I can let them know.
You can text them. Yes, you can chat. but
You
then
know,
either-
many years ago, when I was courting Chris in Cincinnati, I went and visited Greg in Dayton. And
Oh, it
he
isn't
told me that
It is
his
still-
objective
right this second, it is 3.
was to be a bus driver to the moon. And looks like he got it.
Driver what?
I need to.
No, I need to.
Lift it up a little bit.
Is the microphone?
Let's see,
on?
how about a phone book in there?
This mutes
Oh,
off,
no,
right?
that might be too heavy for that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How's that? Does that look better? Is it going
Was it join with audio?
Can't see very well.
I thought so. I'm gonna leave and come back.
And looks like he got it.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be starting this virtual promotion ceremony in a couple minutes. We have a few admin housekeeping items that I'd like to cover first. If you could please mute your microphones on your end for right now, it'd be greatly appreciated and cut down some of the crosstalk as we have the ceremony today. Also, if you experience any kind of technical difficulties, just refresh your browser. It should come back up. We are working in some very challenging times here, so it really means a lot to all of us to see so many friendly faces and family. And
Can we put it on speaker?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting any.
I don't know either.
All right, we will be recording this today as well, and we will be wearing masks on and off. All right.
And I will turn this off the speaker.
Maybe the host can mute everybody since
They
some people don't know
have-
how to.
They've got audio, but no, they've got it.
We are trying to mute everybody right now, and when that happens, we will.
Well, don't worry.
Start.
Okay.
I guess that's probably good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with military tradition, we pay special tribute to Gregory Moran on the occasion of his promotion to Lieutenant Colonel today. And it's really unfortunate that we couldn't postpone this just a little bit longer, Greg, because we might be promoting you in the Space Force, which some of you may know, Greg has actually applied for Space Force, and we won't find out for a couple more months. But for right now, I think it's long overdue and well-deserved that we go forward with this military tradition today. At this time, I'd like to pay some respects and welcome some very, very special people today. We're joined by Greg's friends and family from around the globe, including his partner, Romero Martinez, way over there. You can't see him, unfortunately. His father and mother, Mike and Jerry Moran. His sister and brother-in-law, Shelly and Eric Morchkos, as well as several aunts, uncles, and cousins in Texas, Maryland, Virginia, Utah, Washington State, Ohio, and around the world. Thank you so much.
Hey, stop that, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the ceremony today with a tradition of playing the national anthem. This recording is a very special one. It's played by the Texas A&M Marching Band. Please stand as we pay tribute to our colors.
Hi, Aunt Maria. Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Slagle, colleague and friend of Greg. And it is absolute my honor and privilege to be the official for this ceremony today. So Greg, I have to tell you that one of the best gifts you can give somebody is to ask them to officiate a promotion ceremony. We attend a lot of promotion ceremonies, but have someone to come to you and ask you this is a very special moment. It's a humbling moment, and it's one of the greatest gifts that you can give in our military to give me that honor. So I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll try not to butcher this too bad for you today.
It means a lot to me to have you be able to officiate even in the virtual environment we have. So thank you.
And you got a narrator too. So how about that, right? So first off, I kind of made a mistake from the very beginning here because this is Greg's promotion. And I said hello and welcome, and that was wrong. For those of you who know Greg, the proper way to say hello is howdy. If you've read an email from Greg, if you've talked to him at all, the first thing you typically hear is howdy. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, howdy. Welcome to the ceremony today. Now, sticking with military tradition, I'm going to talk a little bit about Greg's career, briefly kind of going through it. But really, we're here not because of your accomplishments. I mean, that's a big part of it. But it's because you have demonstrated the potential to serve at the higher grade. That they have seen something with you the skills and the ability. And it's not having all the awards and everything else that you've done. It's what they've seen in you and how you can operate at the next level. And you are you're far past and ready to exceed. Excuse me, my mask keeps falling down. But Greg joined us from ROTC. In 2005, he graduated Aggies, and I should really have a cowboy bell, right? So I apologize again, no cowboy bell today. So he was assigned to the mothership in acquisitions. That's Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. There he worked for Air Force Material Command and was assigned a special duty to the 303rd into aeronautical systems, integrating very SIGINT sensors, essentially those sensors that detect special signals and communications, integrated into some of the most incredible aircraft we have. U-2, the Predator, the Reaper out there, the AC-130s, the 135s, and so forth and so forth. So from the very beginning, Greg started making an impact of equipping some of our key assets out there with some of the most advanced sensors to help us keep this nation safe. And as I went through his record, everyone said, go to test pilot school. And they really thought that he was going to be an aviation geek. And he might have been, but they really got it wrong. They really got it wrong. Because after that, they sent you to the research labs and you started working space systems. And I think something went off in Greg. He's like, planes are cool, but space is really cool. They're not constrained by the terrestrial environment here. And he started working on some really cool space experiments and really branching off into some very exciting work. And one thing I found really interesting is that he had this supervisor that some of you may or may not have heard of, Major Brent Grime. I don't know if you, I just, for some reason I recognize that name, but no, I think it's really cool that you had the ability to work with Colonel Grime when he was a major at that time. I thought that was really neat. But what I missed here is during his time at AFMC, he also volunteered and was hand-selected by the Air Force Research Labs commander to work on a workforce challenge. And there he developed a very special tool to help stop vehicles non-lethally that were coming up to a checkpoint. And at the time, this was very critical for us. And I think it's fascinating because Greg did a fantastic job, put a lot of time effort into it. He says, this is the biggest part of my time of being a lieutenant. And he lost. But the best part about that was the actual technology that you developed is being produced. And it was put into the catalog and was sent out to our warfighters to help keep them safe. So you didn't really lose. You really made a difference there. So following that, Greg finished up at A4L, discovered his love for space, and he went off to AFIT, the Air Force Institute of Technology. And unfortunately, he decided to do it the hardest possible way. He didn't go there to get his master's degree. He went to get 2 master's degrees. In fact, he was the only student in his class to get 2 master's degrees. And you graduated with honors. It was incredible. So you walked out of there with an aeronautical engineering degree and a systems engineering degree.
Astro and systems.
Astro, there you go. So absolutely, I mean, right off the bat, as a lieutenant, he's really showing that he's got the dedication, he's got the technical chops. At AFIT, he's like, I'm not just gonna do 1, I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna show up all of you. Really making me look bad here. But following that, he was promoted to captain. Now, one thing I didn't ask you is, did you go through the captain board at that time? Or was that pre-captain board?
It was pre-captain board.
Okay. So following that, he got assigned back to the research labs at Kirtland Air Force Base. And he started working space again. And he was doing a lot of hands-on work with different payloads and weather systems and a lot of classified stuff. And it was really cool. But what he really wanted to get into was space operations. He really wanted to get into that quite a bit. So much so that when I was working there as an exec, I was looking for my replacement. And Greg was on the top of a very, very short list. And when we interviewed him, he's like, I don't want this job. I want to go work space operations. And I said, okay, got it. And when my boss came to ask me about it, he's like, what do you think? I'm like, well, he doesn't want the job, but I think he's the best man for the job. And he was the best man for the job. So I know it's not a job that you wanted to do, but it got you exact time out early. You did a fantastic job. transitioning from one commander to the next commander. And I think it really set you up that you probably don't ever have to do exec duty again. So,
Well, thank
even though
you.
you didn't want to do it. Following that, at Kirtland, the best part, I think, of the exec time was that you were able to meet Romero. So even though the job may have sucked, I think one of the best things in your life probably came out of it is you got to meet a very wonderful person and someone you confidently have to share your life with. So I think that's a very special time. And you guys have been together ever since, following you around wherever you go, which is pretty cool. Soon after that, Greg was assigned down to the NGA, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and really did an incredible job there. He oversaw a lot of the networks and the different systems that when we have all this intelligence coming in, he was overseeing a lot of the contracts to make sure that we can process, store that data, and get it out to the people to actually make a difference in our world. And he took a couple different jobs there, and I can just see going through his record, like one of the brilliant things about Greg, and that you really can't see in his career, is that he does not conform to the status quo. And this just goes so much. He always wants to know why. It's very important. Like, we've always done it this way. You want to know why. And if you can tell him this is why, and it's made sense before, he's be finding 100%. But he's one of those big thinkers that stops and kind of looks at a bigger picture. And this really goes down to, we were sitting around at just having a meeting one time talking about how we had a very lean environment in one of our offices. And Greg was one of the few people to step up. And because they said, yeah, we're lean, but we got to be resilient. And Greg's like, well, you can't be resilient if you're lean. Like, you have to choose what you want to be here. You're going to be lean, then you have to understand you're not resilient. And it was a very insightful statement to make. And that is just the kind of person Greg is. And you see that throughout his career, of really approaching things from a very different perspective, but also with such dedication and making a difference everywhere he goes. Following that, he moved over to the Rapid Capabilities Office. And I really think you showed up at an interesting time. As the Rapid Capabilities Office kind of developed and started understanding what their space capabilities were, it kind of transformed into a group and really started to take off and grow. From when you showed up in 2017, it's grown substantially and continues to grow as well. And you see a lot of things on his performance reports, you know, most MVP, you know, just everything, that he's made such a difference. And unfortunately, I can't talk about a lot of the work he's done. I have to kill all of you, and that'd be very unfortunate and be a terrible end to this ceremony today. But I can talk about one thing that he did recently, and he has been overseeing the X-37 space plane. And for those of you who don't understand or know what that is, it is the world's only autonomous space test vehicle that the Air Force puts up into space, tests assets, and brings back. And Greg was responsibility for overseeing the launch and the recovery and the landing. So much so that he was a critical asset that when COVID hit and we started hitting all these challenging times, he was still going down there and making sure that everything was prepared. And you were a key cog to making sure that it was a successful mission, that even with the last minute little hiccups and changes in the weather and so forth, it was a success. And a lot of that credit goes to your leadership and to your fortitude, just moving forward. So with that, a couple more comments to make. One of my favorite things is going through someone's record and just picking out little pieces of what people say. And I just wanted to share a couple of them that some of your supervisors throughout your career has said about you. And I think it's really true. You know, my MVP, setting a bold future, a gentleman. And honestly, that's the first evaluation I've ever seen where someone was called a gentleman. And I don't think it could be more fitting than for you, because you are true a gentleman. Decisively led, one of my favorites as well, because one of the problems we find in Air Force leadership is people aren't decisive. They want all the data before they make a decision. And for being able to stand out and to make a decision and to lead boldly is a quality we're looking for. And one of my favorites is adroitly led. Now I have to ask you this. Did you write that?
I did. That was something I wanted to see if it made it through into the record, and it actually did.
Absolutely cracked me up. I loved it. If you don't know what adroitly means, it's very skillfully did something. So skillfully led, and I was just very impressed that made it through. I thought that was pretty cool.
The 10-penny word.
But Greg is a very humble, reliable, friendly, caring person, and I think very much of you. And I'm very, like I said, I'm very honored to be here today. And we don't always get things right in the Air Force, but I can tell you what, your promotion today, we absolutely got right. Well deserved, and you know what? I think I've talked enough. Now, remain seated, please. Attention to orders. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Air Force, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of Major Greg M. Moran. In view of these special qualities and his demonstrated potential to serve at the higher grade, Major Moran is promoted to the grade of Lieutenant Colonel, United States Air Force, effective August 1st, 2020, by order of the Secretary of the Air Force.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Now, on the right, please. All right. We will now administer the oath of office. Raise your right hand. I state your full name.
I, Gregory Moran,
Having been appointed a Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon the office on which I am about to enter.
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you for the first time, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Moran.
Yay! Congratulations!
Congratulations.
This is awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for flexing.
You guys muted Greg as well.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. So I know it's a big military tradition, and I know it's a tradition in my family that we love to party. So this was difficult. This was a challenge, and again, I appreciate everybody's participation and flexibility. So, Steve, thank you so much for officiating, and again, flexing as we are here in masks and virtually, and I did appreciate those comments and the remarks about being humble because I do stand here today, honored and humbled to represent the family and the legacy ahead of me. You might not know it, or you might not be able to tell, but I have the lieutenant colonel ranks on my shoulders from my grandfather and my uncle. And I looked up to them growing up, and it's with great pride that I represent and carry the tradition forward as a lieutenant colonel. My grandfather retired and my uncle retired as lieutenant colonels, so I have their legacy to keep forward, and will continue that throughout the remainder of my career. In fact, it was exactly 50 years ago in July that my Grandpa Frank retired from the Air Force Reserves after having a exceedingly long career, starting out in the Army as an enlisted person at Wright-Patterson Field as a perimeter guard. That was before there was an Army Air Corps. That was before he transitioned from the Army into the Army Air Corps and into the Air Force. So as his career transitioned through multiple services, so does mine as well. And I look forward to serving in the Space Force if they choose to accept me. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Like we said, we'll find out here in September, and we'll take it one day at a time. So I'm again humbled to represent that legacy. The other couple of thoughts that I had as we pulled together today's ceremony is that it does take teamwork, and it takes everybody pulling together. It takes distributed effort across the globe, and I have appreciate the help from my parents in Texas. My dad's running the Zoom call, so thank you, Dad. And it's streamed live on YouTube, so thank you to everybody out there for participating virtually as well. We made it happen because of everybody pulling together, and I take that into my work as well. In our office, we tend to do a lot of things individually. We tend to be responsible for a lot of things on our own, but it's a constant reminder when events like this happen that it's not any one individual's effort that makes progress. It's actually a contribution of many people all working together toward the same end. And I want to see that continue throughout my career as well. The transition, like Steve talked about, into the Space Force is even more appropriate as we are so nascent, we are so early on in the development of this new service that we can build our own culture. We can actually do activities, do events, create a new normal of what it's like to be in a military field. And I think the Space Force has a responsibility to evolve and adapt, to be flexible, and to be forward-looking into what a future military is going to be like. And I take that responsibility myself, and we'll carry that forward as well. So that's the culture of the Space Force, and I definitely want to own it. That being said, there's a Egyptian belief that each person dies twice. The first time is when you take your last breath, and the second time is when your name is said for the last time. And if you continue that, if you make a difference and continue to make a difference in the lives of others, in building culture, in creating a team, and you can live such that you could have immortality, which would be an interesting topic, an interesting concept. But the more you work together and the bigger impact, the more you can have change, the more you have impact into the future. So that being said, I have a couple more thank yous, and then we'll move on to the virtual reception. I couldn't have done it without my partner, Omero. I have a little token for you, because it's a tradition. It's spouse gets flowers, but these are in a ball jar, so it's stylish and acceptable for being around the house. Thank you. Mom and Dad, you actually should have had flowers delivered sometime today, and if they haven't gotten here yet, please stand by. There will be some flowers.
They're beautiful, Greg. Thank you so much.
I'm glad they made it through. At least our logistics system worked out. And to wrap up, before we move on to the festivities, sometimes you really can't say a lot about the work that you do in the military, the classified nature. I appreciate Steve doing a pretty good job sharing with the family and sharing with everybody what I've been up to. But there's a quote, I didn't print it out. There's a quote that usually appears in most of the RCO events programs, and it has something to do with the responsibility and dedication that it takes to work in a classified environment, the sacrifices that it takes to do things that not a lot of people will ever know about, but to realize that it's important anyway and to keep doing it. So that's my plan. And I'm going to keep going in the Air Force, into the Space Force, and hopefully make a difference in a lot of people's lives. So thank you all for attending today. With that, we'll turn it over to the festivities.
Clap, 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 clap.
Congratulations, Greg.
Thank you very much.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations. This is wonderful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Last couple of things, the Air Force song. Again, a tradition to commemorate an Air Force event with the Air Force song. And there's actually a special virtual flyover. I coordinated the launch of the X-37. It was streamed to YouTube. There we go. And so we have that to show as a commemoration of my activity here at the RCO.
That's my kind of flyover.
All right, we'll conclude today's ceremony with the Air Force song and the flyover. We go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here it comes, he's a beating under. Adam now, give him the gun. Give him the gun!
Hey!
Off we one hell of a roar.
Hey! Nothing will stop the you. Maybe this is it.
Space Force on a mission dedicated to America Strong.
It's kind of neat, isn't it? Trivia.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, one quick brag on Greg. If he hasn't told you, when he was down there at the launch, he had the opportunity to brief multiple times the Secretary of the Air Force, the Chief of Space Operations, General Raymond, and a number of very senior dignitaries, and he did an absolutely astounding job.
Thank you, sir. It was an awesome time, awesome experience. All right. We do have a little bit of bubbly on our end. No? Why?
Put your glass on. To Greg. The best godchild ever we could have.
My God, they're killing me.
Cheers. Salute. Woo.
Cheers. There we go. Now we can.
Whose dog is that? Is that their dog?
That's Burton. Burton.
Yep, we adopted a dog at the beginning of the pandemic, so.
Oh, that's what it was.
Their dog.
Okay. That was some type of alien creature. Something.
Hold up the dog, Greg. Let's see that dog.
Hey, Greg, is it a girl or a boy?
Boy dog.
Say if it was a girl, you could have named her Corona.
Oh, that's their dog.
That's a stick joke.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, you're
Marty's dog, meet Greg's dog. They look alike.
So cute, Greg. So cute.
Bert.
Oh, he wants to be on camera.
Yeah,
Doesn't like to be held.
sounds great.
Oh,
There
we
you go.
Very
There
proud
you
of you, Greg. And your doggy.
Ivy Dog does not care. Ivy Dog, I think she's still the
Space
best.
dog.
Greg, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Happy to share the time with you.
Greg.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You come a long way, Greg.
It's a long, strange trip it's been.
And the best is in front of you.
Looking forward to it.
Right.
Congratulations, Greg.
Thanks, Tina. Good to see you on.
Wonderful to see you.
This was recorded, so we will be able to have a copy of it.
I'm trying to see if I get a screenshot of the entire, well, no, there's no way I can get 3 pages of people.
Greg, I didn't expect we were going to be bawling our eyes out during this whole thing.
That wasn't in the script either.
Can you get 3 different screenshots?
I could. Let me see. Dad can help out, can't you?
Greg, unfortunately, we have to go, but I just want to say that we love you so much and we're so proud of you.
Thanks, Kelly. Lenka, good to see you too.
You too, you too. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Gregory. Hi, Omero. Nice to
Where-
see you.
Yep.
Bye. Hi,
Hello.
Greg, are you at your house? You at home?
Yes, this is our dining room. Welcome to the dining room of the future. Yeah,
What state? Where do you live?
in Washington, D.C., downtown.
I wasn't sure if it was top secret, classified.
Chris Weimer, when did you come back stateside?
About 2.5 months ago.
Awesome.
We always felt so supported by you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
We love you.
Hey,
It's good to
Omero.
see you guys. Long time no see.
Hey, Tony.
Omero, yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
So if you ever get pulled over for speeding in DC, do you say you know somebody important? And,
I can't do much about speeding tickets, unfortunately. I have plenty of my own to go with it.
yeah, but you got rockets though.
Yeah, and hey, not just to brag on Greg again a little bit. And it's always hard because we try to be humble in everything we do, but since it's a good time to brag, it's no exaggeration that the work that Greg has done has been actually briefed over in the White House. I can't say the president himself, but at least up to the vice president's most senior cabinet member on the National Security Council. So again, awesome work, just reflecting what Greg and the team are doing.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very cool.
Thank you. Interesting.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Connie.
I was watching, but I was watching on YouTube.
Well, good. I'm glad you made it onto the Zoom call.
Oh my gosh, Greg, I was bawling my eyes out. Omiro, I love you, Omiro.
We got to get down to Florida eventually when we open back up again, so you guys can actually meet in person.
I thought you were like at a official office.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
You did a great job on the backdrop and everything. It looks really nice. Did an awesome job. Congratulations.
Greg, I don't know if you can see me, Carolyn, but I'm going to toast to you. I've got my wine here, so
Thank you, Mrs.
I'm going to
Miller.
toast to you.
Cheers.
All right. Salute.
Oh my gosh, Greg, I was bawling my eyes out. Omiro, I love you, Omiro.
Sounds like somebody has their YouTube playing with a delay.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining us. This really means a lot. All these wonderful people. Lots of history here.
So glad to be invited. This was great.
Something, some good news to bring us all together.
Tony.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you
My
all.
cousin Shelley.
Greg and Amiro, Greg, get together. We want to get your picture. Two of you.
That'd be good.
Yeah, get there. Get on. You have to get your face out of there, Jerry. There you go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wonderful. 1, 2, 3. Great. Perfect.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Aunt Maria. Thanks, Norm.
Right. You're the best godchild we have.
Oh.
And we have many. So don't let Marty and Debbie say anything.
I won't tell him. I won't say a word.
Okay. We love all of you.
Oh, there's Dad.
Bye, Greg. Love you. Love you, Omiro.
Behind the scenes.
Hi, Aunt Jerry.
Hey, Mike, show them the flowers on the table. Can you show them the flowers? Just pick them up. If I had been there, we would have had beautiful red, white, and blue flowers. Those are the ones that
there they are.
sent. Those are the ones that Greg sent, and they're lovely, all my favorite colors. But
Yeah.
show them the ones that I put together for the occasion.
You'll have to pin his video. Or he'll have to pin his own video.
There you go. Show it to flowers
Oh,
now.
there they are.
Where? Yeah, there they are.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So fun. It was so fun. Well,
Sounds good.
we're going to celebrate in October, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Birthday and a promotion
COVID dependent.
in person.
Oh, I see Shelley.
Where's Shelley?
She just, yeah,
She's not
surprised she
talking,
could
so
break
she doesn't
through.
show up.
Oh, there you are, Mike.
Oh, there she is.
Uncle
You
Marty.
can spotlight her video. She would hate you for it, though.
Sounds great.
Oh.
Sounds great. I remember, Greg, when you and Shelley were in the living room, you were not more than, I don't know, she was in 2nd grade. And you were both doing poster presentations, 2nd and whatever grade you were in. And I thought, oh my God, I never even heard of a poster presentation till I was in college. And you both were doing such good work. We knew that both of you were going to do well in life and be successful.
Hey, Shelley, how you doing?
Muted. You're muted.
Who?
Shelley,
Oh, unmute yourself.
a woman of few words.
Okay.
That's why she's got thumbs.
As long as she has a computer, she's fine. Oh, my
Sounds good. Sounds good. So Shelley, when will we see you?
You can see me right now.
See you right now. Okay, that's the closest we're gonna get. Okay. Sounds good.
You can go to Utah.
Good to see you.
Yep, good to see you. Where's Eric? At work?
He's downstairs right now.
Uh-huh, sounds good. And your dog?
He's also downstairs. It's cooler in
Okay.
the basement, so they like to stay down there.
That's good, yeah. It's been 90 some in here every single day.
I wanted to mention that Uncle Don Flynn is still pictured here, and he is the retired lieutenant colonel that bequeathed Greg with his silver oak leaves. So they are living now in Seattle and enjoying the ocean. But
sounds good to me.
Don was the one who pinned Greg on when he made Major in Washington. That was just 4 short years ago. So I was reading about majors and lieutenant colonels, Greg, and only 8% make it from major to lieutenant colonel of all the people who are in the military. Only 7 or 8%, which I found very interesting. So,
sounds good.
Job well done.
They say that it's a small Air Force, and that's true. Because of the statistics you mentioned, the further up the chain you go, the fewer and fewer people make it this far. So,
yeah.
So what is ahead of you? What?
Full colonel.
Who's above you?
Colonels.
Colonel.
Yep. And
Full bird.
above them is general officers.
I see. Now they were saying something about you were involved with the space or with the government?
Catching it.
What are you doing with the government?
So the Space Force, is that what you're asking about?
Well, some of the things that he was saying, he says you were involved with a task force or with the government?
Yeah, it was military assignment as a brand new lieutenant. There was a task force for junior officers.
Uh-huh.
And we had the task to build a device or a prototype that stopped vehicles that were running makeshift checkpoints, but to do so in a less lethal manner. That was one of the highlights of my early career. And
I remember that, I think.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
it was a competition between multiple organizations.
Oh, wow.
But even though we lost the competition, our device was actually produced and put into a catalog to order. So anybody in the government has the ability to order these checkpoint kits.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
That was a lot of fun.
Great. Sounds good.
Well, just don't forget, when you have to calculate launches and landings, that Shelley had shared with me, space-time equals 8 times pi times g divided by c to the 4th times t. That's very important, so don't screw up.
I'll keep that in mind, and most likely.
Thanks, Shelley.
Shelley said that?
Yeah, when we were in New Orleans, we were
okay.
Space-time and matter.
I see.
I'll never forget in high school, Caroline, when he was in high school, he would wear at Plano Senior High School this t-shirt, and it had 3 long lines of mathematical formulas on the front of it. And on the back, it said, yes, this is rocket science.
I saw a gal who had a pair of tennis shoes that had the periodic table of chemistry on it. How great is that? Would that be a cheat sheet in college? I don't know.
Depending on the course, of course.
Ellie, you need that for your science students.
So for Greg's parents,
Did he freeze?
Tony?
I think he froze.
Oh.
He's in his
Probably drove into a dead zone.
Glitched out, Tony. Where are
Okay.
you driving, Tony?
Yeah, he's in his car.
Sounds good.
Another
I
computer.
do not condone distracted driving.
I'm sitting in the driveway.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there he is.
Drive it all.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting in my driveway at home. I was saying we'll have to send your parents some bumper stickers that say my kid is a rocket scientist. All right, I gotta go. Congratulations, Greg, and all your family. Clearly, you have many, many, many proud supporters. So keep up the great work. We're all proud of you, and thank you for helping take care of us and our country.
You're welcome. Thanks for participating. It's great to see you, Tony.
You're here.
Have a good one. Take care.
That's his cousin. His cousin in Cleveland.
All right, I'm hanging up. Love y'all.
Thanks,
Love
Connie.
you
See
too.
later.
Take
Bye,
care.
Greg. I'll
All
text
of you.
you, Greg.
Great job, Greg. Great job. You did a great
Cheers.
job.
Cheers, Greg. I'm going to take off too. Bye, Jerry. Good seeing you again too, Shelley.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Greg. Well, now you can enjoy some biscotti. Red, white, and blue biscotti.
Very festive. I don't think that would be a traditional Italian decor.
What did you do with the red, white, and blue? Put the sparkles on?
The decorates.
I see.
Yeah, it's a tradition now.
Oh, yeah, red, white, and blue biscottis?
For promotions. Only
I see.
for promotion.
The red dye doesn't bother you, right?
No.
Careful when you open up your bottles of champagne coming up later on today. When Geraldo Rivero had a boat, he opened up a bottle of champagne and the cork put a hole in his Van Gogh painting.
Oh my goodness.
So he had a whole, I guess they weren't thinking about it, but be careful where you point it.
Exactly. Sounds good.
What's the cookie, Greg?
Look, here's the atypical traditional decorette.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful. Very nice.
It's
I
firework.
like it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day, Greg.
What are you going to celebrate tonight? Greg?
We don't have any plans to go out. There's really nothing to celebrate. There's nowhere to go to celebrate. But we might hang around here a little bit and play some games. Order in.
Good.
Isn't that how you celebrate these days amidst the COVID?
Yeah. There are some restaurants that are opened around here. And, you know, as long as you're social distancing, you know, you can enjoy a good lobster dinner.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That is a celebration indeed.
Yep.
Sounds great.
Yep. Well, take care.
Yep.
Thanks, Maria. Good to
Bye.
see you.
Woo! We love you.
Congratulations and bye all.
Bye-bye. Bye, Marty.
So
Bye,
long.
Jerry. Bye,
Bye.
Francine.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep. I think that's it.
Congratulations. Oops, sorry. Congratulations, Greg. We're going to take off too, but that's awesome. You deserve it.
Thanks, Mary. Good to see
Love you.
Pass along my love to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Pass it on. Thank you. Bye.
Fix it up.
Leave.
Yeah, leave. Where's leave? Leave. We're leaving. We love you.
Thanks, Maria. See you, Norm.
Yep, there's one. We're down to one page of visitors.
Greg, just want to say congrats. Hi, Omero.
Thanks,
Good
Mike.
luck with everything. Hope you guys have a good weekend and very well deserved in the promotion.
Appreciate it. We'll see you around. See you Monday.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg, Joetta.
Hey, Aunt Joetta. Good to see you. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Greg, how are you? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is exciting to be able to share.
Yeah, I kind of got messed up on time. I thought it was 2:30 our time. So
Well, you'll be able to see the entire ceremony if you have the YouTube link. We did record it all for posterity, so
Awesome.
we'll send that. Make sure we get that sent
I
out.
will do that. I was looking at it on Debbie's phone, but we weren't getting a voice. So I'll search it out on YouTube.
Well, thanks for bearing with us for technical difficulties.
I liked actually listening to all the things that he was saying about you and all the jobs and all the things that we might not know. So it was really exciting, and it was a very proud moment to see all the things that you had been doing. So way to go.
Thank you very much.
So we love you, and you have an amazing evening, and enjoy celebrating no matter what this COVID thing is doing. You can actually still celebrate all of your hard work.
Will do.
Okay. Congratulations, Greg.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you. Thanks for attending.
What's wrong? Do you want to leave?
Mhm.
Rich didn't say a thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. You just want to go to the backyard? Okay. Oh, Tina, you're muted.
There.
Try one more time, Tina.
Congratulations. That's all I wanted to say. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to see you on here. Thanks for coming.
Very happy for you.
Hello to the Whitliffs.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Longtime friends. We miss you.
Good to see you, Ted.
Well, how are you, Greg?
Oh, doing the best we can in the current climate and able to celebrate a little bit. So that's positive.
You look terrific.
Thank you very much.
He cleans up good.
We are so excited for you. You have done so well.
Where are you?
Currently stationed in Washington, D.C., Bowling Air
okay.
Force Base.
I'm sorry?
Bowling Air Force Base.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was stationed there too.
Yep. No big surprise. There's a lot going on here. Allie.
Hey!
Good to
I
see
brought my
you.
husband, but he's in the background.
Oh, here.
And he's in the tree.
In the trees. Nice.
Charlotte.
She thought you were moving.
I know.
Hi there.
There we go. How's it going? Good to see you.
Good.
Congratulations, Greg.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're finally going to start building a house, hopefully next week, after all these years. And the next time you come home, we want you to come down.
As long as you're not asking me to build your deck, I think we're good.
Well, we do need a deck for this house.
Now that you mentioned it.
You did such a beautiful job, though.
I appreciate that. I might start a third or fourth career.
So I hear you want to go into the Space Corps.
If they will have me, I submitted my inter-service transfer application back a few months ago, and we'll know by
I hope you
September.
get that. It sounded like something you always wanted to do.
Yep. I didn't know that it would actually happen in my lifetime.
Well, it could all go away in November, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
I'm taking it one day at a time.
Good. Stay healthy. We love you.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.
Good to
Thanks
see you
for
too.
joining.
Take care. Jerry, I'm going to give you a call.
Would love to talk to you, Cynthia.
I love to talk to you guys too. Take care, Mike. Bye-bye.
Yeah. How do I save all the comment thread? That's what I want to know.
I copied and pasted the chat window.
Okay.
Hey, Rich, how's it going?
Looks like you're muted.
Nope, he's unmuted.
Huh.
Oh, Shelley's coming on.
Can't hear you, Rich.
Can't learn that.
Okay.
Can't hear.
Is that alcoholic or just
No,
sugar water?
no,
No,
no.
never mind then. Not worth
Well, it turned out very well. We'll send you a copy of it. Or does he already have a copy of it?
No, he does not.
We'll send it to you.
So are we gonna play Carcassonne now?
I mean, there is one way to celebrate. Game
Did
night.
your colonel leave? Did your colonel friend leave?
Colonel Grime?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just down to 6 of us now.
Oh, he had to get back.
I mean, you can see who all is still in the window, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm just wondering if he was still there. Okay.
Still.
At the house.
Oh, Steve is here. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
we might hang out for a little bit and do some games,
Good.
dinner or
Did,
something.
did he get the day off too?
So he's in the middle of a transition to the NGA.
Oh.
I guess he didn't say that, but he went from the RCO to the NGA, and I went from the NGA to the RCO.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how it works. Once you get to a certain level, you just keep passing the same people from one career to the next.
Yeah.
I think we're figuring out that we may have come in late here. The Evite that Cindy just sent me the Evite, but it said 3:30. Was that Eastern time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We can send you the YouTube, Cynthia.
Yeah,
Oh.
send us a YouTube link and we'll watch.
Thank you. It never, ever occurred to me. I never thought about it for a second.
Well, that's okay. There probably were others too.
Well, I've been worried about this for the week. Saying, we can't do anything on Friday. We've got Greg on Friday.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you were able to at least join us for part of it. And
Well, I stay in touch through Allie mostly. She keeps up with you and she talks. I say, well, how's Greg? And she lets me know because
good.
I don't do Facebook. So I really have no idea how anybody's doing. But I'm very glad to see you and really would love to have you down here. And I'm going to try and get your folks here as soon as I have a bedroom to put them in.
so is this outside of Houston or Austin?
Austin. Yeah, we're outside of Austin. And Allie and her husband are going to stay living in Ted's mother's house. And we're building
Oh, wow.
right next door. So our plan is to age in place.
Okay.
We'll see how that works. They both have bad backs, so I'm not sure.
We're at a little town called Copeland, Coupland.
Okay.
And we're about 3 miles out of town on the farm I grew up on.
Yeah. So I was going to say that's close to where you were. You used to go there all the time.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. That's where we are. You take care, Greg.
Awesome. It's great to see you again. Thank you so much.
Good to see you. Stay healthy.
Hey, Pat, thanks for joining us. Glad you were able to make it. Looks like you're muted though. Try to unmute your computer. There's a little microphone icon in the lower left.
Okay.
There it is. We can hear you now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very proud of you. I know Mom and Dad are.
It was a little bit frustrating and challenging not to be able to do it in person because we do like to party. And, I'm glad we were at least able to get a virtual gathering together.
Yeah. So what happens next after we chat a bit?
That's pretty much it. We had talked about doing some games online, maybe. My friend Steve is here, so we might do a little early dinner or games and then start the weekend. Pretty low key.
You've already received your medal then?
Yes, yeah, we did the ceremony and the oath.
Okay, cool.
Where's the room that you're actually standing in there?
So this is our dining room. Welcome
Okay.
to Casa de Greg.
Looks neat. So the ceremony then was truly virtual, huh?
It was, yeah. Steve was the officiant here. He came to our house, but everybody else was participating online, wherever they were in the world.
Wow.
That's different.
Mom, you're muted.
We recorded it, Pat, so we can send the whole thing to you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
It's on YouTube. We might have to do a little editing, but we'll get it cleaned up and posted.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations, Mom and Dad.
It was nothing.
It was nothing.
He did all the work.
Oh.
They baked the biscotti.
I baked the biscotti. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Can't have an occasion without it, right? I
Well.
see Shelley's on.
Yes.
Are we talking, Shelley?
Hi, Pat. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. You're looking good.
Thanks.
You must be proud too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had my science class read the news article about when his last launch, or no, when his last landing was.
Yes.
And I didn't tell them why we were reading it yet, so that my students were asking like, why are we reading this? I'm like, well, you know, it's about gravity and Newton's forces. And then at the end, I was like, oh, and my brother helped land it. And they were pretty impressed.
All little detail there, huh?
What were you landing, Greg?
So I'm the launch and recovery director for the X-37 experimental space plane.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, we're doing mission 6 right now. Launched back in May, and I was on the program in October of last year when the 5th mission came down.
Neat,
So,
neat.
Yeah, kind of a dream job. I don't know that I would have expected to be in the current position I'm in as a lieutenant, just commissioning back in 2000 or 2006.
Yeah, you've done well.
Thank you very much. Who's planet Earth?
Yes.
I bet that's Dad. Okay.
Not too many people have to say for their wedding vows on Earth and in space. He didn't quite make it, but someday you might.
Yeah, that's one of my career goals.
Mhm. I know, you've said that for a long time. Getting closer.
Well, they had another big launch just yesterday. Or day
March
before.
2020. Yeah, I didn't put that into my comments, but I actually commissioned on the day that they returned the shuttle to flight, Columbia or post Columbia.
Uh-huh.
And depending on today, it was the day after Mars 2020. So maybe maybe one of the next events will happen during an actual manned mission to Mars.
Oh my,
Maybe.
that's something to think about.
There will be a lot of Zoom lag then.
Minutes worth, depending if you're there already or not.
I mean, if you're there already.
Well, this was great, Dad. Thank you for helping with the IT.
He's getting a lot of experience these days.
It took me a while to find the mute all button. Unfortunately, that muted Greg as well.
We figured it out. I saw myself muted and then unmuted within a second or so. Should I respond to everybody's comments in the thread?
No, not necessary. Not at all.
You can put a thank you, everybody.
There you go. That would be appropriate.
But I'm, let's privately. No, I can only do that to anybody that's left in.
That's fine.
I'll just send it a note via email to everybody that RSVP'd.
Sure.
That works.
Well, Greg, I want you to know that it takes an awful lot to get me out of my pajamas.
That's true for a lot of us these days, but I appreciate it very much, and it's great to see you.
Is this your first time on Zoom, Pat?
Actually, it's my third, and every time I've had trouble with something, whether it was the mute or the video or the whatever. And anyway, people got me connected, so.
You did good.
That's standard. 3 more and you'll be able to start doing it regularly.
You'll be a pro.
You haven't made all the possible mistakes yet.
Hey, you could join us for game night.
Oh, I'm not any good at games, as you well know.
About once a week, I get together with a bunch of alleged electronic experts, and trust me.
Now that would be interesting.
Yeah, there are way too many thumbs on too many buttons.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna sign off.
I'm gonna terminate the YouTube now.
All right.